Hello, and welcome to Rao's IES Mains QIP Program 2020, a system to learn how to write better answer for UPSC Mains examination. Now, in this session, we'll be taking up questions on the section of Indian polity and governance. So, the question reads: highlight the salient features of the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Enumerate the grounds on which Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 has been constitutionally challenged. And this question carries 10 marks and needs to be answered in 150 words. Now the question which arises is that with respect to Citizenship Amendment Act, that why this question? Now as we all know that Citizenship Amendment Act was very much in news not only because of the fact that it was passed by the parliament but also because of the fact that it led to huge protest throughout the country, that is against passing of Citizenship Amendment Act by the parliament. So in this aspect, this topic becomes important from the perspective of an act of legislature and also freedom of speech and expression as per Article 19(1)(a) as a part of protest. So considering both these aspects, this question becomes important. Now similar question has been asked by UPSC in the past in the year 2017, which we'll go through. So in that context, this question closely emulates the UPSC style of question making, and it is also based on one of the most important theme for mains 2020, as the contents of Citizenship Amendment Act becomes extremely important not only because of the fact that it led to huge protest but also because of the fact that this act has been challenged in Supreme Court, stating that it violates equality as well as secularism. So based on all these aspects, this particular topic or this particular theme becomes important as one of the main themes which can be asked in your upcoming mains examination. So this is why we have taken this particular theme and formed a question based on Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Now the next topic is that how to decode the question. Here what we need to understand is that we need to understand the demand of the question, that is what the question is actually asking, and then identify all the sub parts of this question. So here the demand of the question is that it says that highlight the salient features of the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. So we need to provide the most important features of this Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Then the second part of the question reads that enumerate the grounds on which the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 has been constitutionally challenged. Now here enumerate means you have to list out the grounds or point out the grounds one by one on which this particular amendment has been challenged in the Supreme Court of India. So the reason because of which this topic was in news consistently, this is why this has become a basis for question formation. So in this regard, we need to understand the demand of the question and also identify the subparts with respect to this question on Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Now in this discussion, we shall also provide you a sample answer so that you know that what are the important aspects or important grounds which must be covered while answering this question. And lastly, we shall also provide a way in which you can review your answer. That is the parameters or grounds on which you can review your answer. Now this question also becomes important because it directly corresponds to our syllabus of UPSC of GS paper 2. So under GS paper 2, it gets covered under governance, constitution and polity. Now let's go through the syllabus very carefully. The syllabus says that Indian constitution features amendments, significant provisions and basic structure. So in this regard, this topic becomes important from the perspective of important features of Indian constitution, as citizenship is a very important feature of Indian constitution. It then says functions and responsibilities of the union and states, as well as issues and challenges pertaining to the federal structure. Now here this topic becomes important from the perspective of functions and responsibilities of the union government, and here with respect to the lawmaking process. Next, the syllabus mentions about parliament and state legislatures, structure, functioning, conduct of business, power and privileges and issues arising out of these. So here again we see that the power of parliament with respect to lawmaking comes into question. So again from this aspect as well, this topic becomes very important. And lastly, it mentions about welfare schemes for the vulnerable sections of the population by center as well as states, as well as performance of these schemes, mechanisms, as well as laws. So we see that this particular question covers a wide area of GS paper 2 under governance, constitution and polity. Now, with respect to the previous question asked by UPSC in the year 2017, the question was explain the salient features of Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2016. Now, this particular question was with respect to the GST, since GST was then very much in news because of coming of the GST Act. So, in this regard, the question was, do you think it is efficacious enough to remove the cascading effect of taxes and provide for common national market for goods and services? This question was asked in the year 2017. So, we understand that questions based on legislations have been asked by UPSC in the past. So, in this regard as well, this particular topic becomes very important with respect to Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Now, this question also becomes important from the perspective of an amendment which was carried on in the original act, that is Citizenship Act of 1955. Grant of citizenship, because this becomes an important feature of the Indian Constitution. About naturalization, that is one of the ways in which citizenship is granted. And the impact of this Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 on Article 14 and 15. And also with respect to the large scale protest which arose in the entire country against Citizenship Amendment Act as well as NRC. So these are the grounds which actually pertains to our syllabus, and that is why this question becomes very important for our upcoming examination. And it also becomes important as a theme to understand from the perspective of citizenship. Now, this topic was also covered in the Focus magazine of January 2020 edition. The topic was Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Now, here the news highlighted that amid ongoing protest against Constitution Amendment Act 2019 recently passed by Indian Parliament, various petitions were filed in the Supreme Court of India, whereby it has been contended that this act is against the secular principles enshrined in the Constitution. However, the Supreme Court has refused to stay the implementation of Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. So the Supreme Court refused to stay the implementation, that is allowed the implementation of Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Rather, the court orally suggested that the government should publicize or publish the actual intent of the act so that there was no confusion among public about its objectives and aims. The real objective of the act was to prevent the persecuted minorities in three countries. So according to the Citizenship Amendment Act, it said that if any person belonging to Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi or Christian community from Afghanistan, Bangladesh or Pakistan who had entered into India on or before the 31st day of December 2014 and who were exempted by the central government under Passport Entry into India Act 1920 or from the application of the provisions of Foreigners Act 1946 shall not be treated as illegal migrant for the purpose of this act. So basically this amendment changed the definition of illegal migrant as per the Citizenship Act of 1955. Further, this Amendment Act also reduced the residency clause to 5 years, which was earlier at 11 years. And the amendment provided citizenship to these persecuted minorities through naturalization. So these can be said to be some of the basic features with respect to the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. And these are the aspects which you must know with respect to answering this question. So we have already seen that why this topic becomes important, and now you also understand that how to prepare for this particular topic. So with respect to preparing this particular topic with respect to Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, what you can do is to know the important aspects of Citizenship Amendment Act. And for this, you can go through the Focus magazine of January 2020 edition as well as certain DNS videos in which this particular aspect, including the aspect of NRC, has been discussed. Now, as already mentioned, that Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 has amended the Citizenship Act of 1955. So in this regard, you should also know certain basic aspects about Citizenship Act of 1955. So here it provides certain related information about the Citizenship Act of 1955. It says that the Citizenship Act 1955 provides for acquiring citizenship of India through the following ways. That is citizenship by birth, citizenship by descent, citizenship by registration, citizenship by naturalization, special provisions as to citizenship of persons covered by Assam Accord, as well as citizenship by incorporation of territory. And overall, the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 primarily changed the definition of illegal migrant as provided in the Citizenship Act 1955 by providing a condition or a stipulation. So, this is the basics with respect to the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Now, as far as DNS is concerned, you can go through the DNS dated 22nd December 2019, whereby this particular news appeared in the Hindu newspaper, that is what connects the NPR, NRIC, and census. So, in this aspect, you can go through the DNS of 22nd December 2019, where this topic has been explained in detail. Now, as we have already discussed, that because of Citizenship Amendment Act, it created huge protest within the country. And in this aspect also, this particular DNS becomes important dated 22nd January 2020, which has discussed a news which appeared in the Hindu newspaper mentioning about the right to protest in a free society. So again, both these aspects of Citizenship Amendment Act and also right to protest has been covered in detail in the Daily News Simplified videos. So here with respect to Article 19.1, what was discussed was with respect to freedom of speech and expression, freedom or a right to assemble peacefully without arms, and the right to form associations or unions. However, the freedoms provided under Article 19.1 are also subject to reasonable restrictions as per Article 19 Clause 2. So all these aspects becomes important with respect to understanding Article 19 with respect to the Indian Constitution. Now moving further in our discussion, the topic is that how to decode the question. Now it's very simple. First of all, you have to understand that what the question is all about. Here the question is all about Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. So the real question is that whether you know the exact details with respect to Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 or not. Because that is how you will be able to decode this particular question. So it says that read the question multiple times so that you understand every keyword which has been asked by the examiner. Now here the keywords are highlight the salient features of Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. So three words becomes important here. One is highlight, one is salient features, and one is Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. So these form the crux for your question. The second part says that enumerate the grounds on which Citizenship Amendment Act has been constitutionally challenged. So the second part of the question includes enumeration of the grounds on which Citizenship Amendment Act has been constitutionally challenged. So these can be said to be the broken aspects of this particular question, or rather the decoded aspect of this particular question. So in this we have identified the keywords and also identified the subparts. Now the real question is, what is the meaning of these two words, that is highlight as well as enumerate. Now the word highlight means focus on important features or points, and enumerate means mention the points one by one. So now it becomes very simple to decode this question, that we have to provide the important features or points about the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 and then mention the points one by one on which this particular act has been constitutionally challenged. So regarding decoding this question, the point which comes into our mind while writing the answer is how shall we introduce our question, what shall be the body of our answers, and how shall we conclude our answers. So in this regard, you can introduce your answer by mentioning about the amendment proposed by Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 in the original act of Citizenship Act of 1955. And this has been done in order to change the meaning of the term illegal migrant. Then we can move on to the body part of this answer. That is, we can mention about the important salient features of Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, and we can conclude by saying that amendment to Citizenship Act of 1955 can be done, but within the constitutional boundaries. So this overall becomes the structure of your answer. So in this regard, let's go through our answer itself. So here we can introduce our answer by saying that Citizenship Act 1955 was amended by enacting Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 by changing the criteria of citizenship for illegal migrants. And our introduction has been covered in 22 words. Now moving to the body of our answer. Now here straight away we can mention about the salient features, and we can highlight about this point that we are mentioning about the salient features. Now here we can say that any person belonging to Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi or Christian community from three countries, namely Afghanistan, Bangladesh or Pakistan, has entered India on or before 31st December 2014 and who is exempted under either the Passport Entry into India Act 1920 or from the provisions and rules of Foreigners Act of 1946 shall not be treated as illegal migrant and can be granted citizenship through the process of naturalization. So here we have tried to incorporate all the important aspects with respect to the salient features of Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 by mentioning about the three countries from where these people belonging to these six religions or six communities should belong to, and then we shall mention about a date, that is such persons if they have entered India on or before the 31st December of 2014 and also who has been exempted under the Passport Entry into India Act of 1920 or under the Act or Rules of Foreigners Act of 1946. These people shall not be treated as illegal migrants and can be granted citizenship through the process of naturalization. Now, another important aspect with respect to this act is that the residency clause for the above mentioned migrants has been reduced from 11 to 5 years, and the Citizenship Amendment Act shall not apply to tribal areas under 6th schedule and also areas under inner line permit. So again, these two aspects add on to the salient features of Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. So overall, our salient features has been covered under 92 words. Now, after highlighting about the salient features, let us go through the grounds of constitutional challenge with respect to the Citizenship Amendment Act. Now, primarily there are two grounds on which this act has been constitutionally challenged. First is that it violates secularism as it gives preferential treatment to some religion over others, and since it gives preferential treatment to some religions over other, it also violates Article 14 as reasonable classification based on religion as well as country of origin, and even the cutoff date seems unreasonable. So these are the grounds on which the Citizenship Amendment Act seems to have been constitutionally challenged. And this aspect has been covered under 31 words. So here you can end your answer with the conclusion by saying that the amendment which aims to protect the persecuted minorities belonging to six religions from three countries needs to be within constitutional boundaries. So this is how we can conclude our answer. And our conclusion is within 22 words. So overall this answer has been written in 167 words. So after discussing the answer, let us go through the last part of this discussion, that is with respect to answer review. Now here the discussion is that does the answer address the demand of the question? Yes, as we have seen that the demands of the questions have been addressed through this particular answer. As the question mentioned about highlighting the salient features of Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. So here we mentioned about the salient features of the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. And then the second part of the question asked about enumerating the grounds on which this act has been challenged. So here also we mentioned about two grounds on which this act seems to have been challenged, that is secularism as well as equality. So on this regard, we have tried to address the demand of the question in our sample answer. Now here you must understand that there are certain keywords or answer enrichment points which must be added in order to improve or enhance the answer. This is first of all mentioning about Amendment of Citizenship Act of 1955 for the purpose of changing the criteria for illegal migrants. Then you can mention about the six religions as well as the three countries from where they belong to as provided under the Act. Then the aspect that citizenship shall be granted through naturalization. Then you must also mention about residency clause which has been reduced to 5 years from the earlier 11 years. Then you should also mention that CAA shall not apply to 6 schedule areas as well as areas under the inner line permit. Further, with respect to grounds on which it has been challenged, you must mention about secularism as well as violation of equality as it gives preferential treatment to certain religions from certain countries. And lastly, you must mention about persecuted minorities as it is for them the act has been legislated. So accordingly, we can conclude our answer by saying that the amendment which aims to protect the persecuted minorities belonging to six religions from three countries needs to be within constitutional boundaries. So this is how we can end our answer. So with respect to presentation of our answer, we have provided you with introduction, body as well as conclusion. We had provided you with respect to headings as well as point and sub-point approach, including underlining the important parts of the answer. Further, with respect to language and grammar, we have tried to keep the language simple and short so that we make minimum mistakes. However, in this particular part, we have also tried to incorporate the essential elements of Citizenship Amendment Act so that all the important points are covered in our answer. And we have tried to limit our answer within 167 words by addressing the demands of the question within the time as well as word limit. Now, please remember that when you are writing 20 questions in UPSC examination, then both these aspects work simultaneously. That is time limit as well as word limit. So, you not only have to take care of the word limit, but also ensure that your answer is completed within a range of 7 to 10 minutes in UPSC. So, these are some of the important aspects which you must take care of while writing a good answer in your examination.